Good morning, everybody. It's Marcy, and welcome back to my messy desk in which I've got the contents of my scrap box spread everywhere. In my last scrap box video, we made some fold-over note paper tags. And then after I turned the camera off, I went ahead and finished up using, I believe, what is left of the cardstock. So I just made a little sort of flip up, flip down envelope type thing for journaling. I will put a closure on it when I go to use it and embellish it. I made a couple of folding journal cards, just using some rather neutral papers. I found an envelope that I had made. I don't remember what I made it for, but I basically just cut the flap off and cut it in half. And now I've got a couple of cute little corner tucks. And then I had 2.5 sheets of really thick cardstock that you can't fold it because it cracks. It's too thick for my purposes. So what I did was I put them in my scan and cut out some shapes. So I've got some tags, and all of these are double-sided. And then with some of the scrappy pieces, I used my tag punch. Here I cut out some stuff that will make cute, pretty corners at that. I think something like this would be pretty with some lace in the background. And I've got these two. And everything can be used on either side. And then this was a cutoff from, it may have been this one. Yeah. And so I thought, well, those can be little corner tucks as well. And some more tags. And I did lots of corner tucks. Just because I liked that could be, that is just a leftover piece, but I thought that was too pretty to waste, so that could be a corner tuck. That I did with my tag punch. And then I made some little frames, and I've got the center pieces left over from the excuse me, that I can make a little charm tag or something from. And of course I kept the cutout hearts. Anyway, so see, there's another shape that might be really pretty with some lace in it. Oh, I did a couple of, I don't know how well these will show up, a couple of just kind of floral die cuts out of one sheet. I was trying to find lots of stuff that would fit in this space. And I don't remember if I'm sure I did, showed one of these. I probably won't be using the gingham side showing as much, but you never know. That's just a cutout from some of the little label brackets. And I've got some of these. Anyway, oh, and a couple of really big tags. I think that one's really pretty. It's really big. They're actually almost 4.5 by about 7. So those are great big full page tags. Anyway, so that's what I did yesterday after I turned the camera off. So let me get my desk ready and we will move on to today's project. Okay, I've got my desk cleared off and some more stuff pulled out. I think today, what I thought of last night, I finally thought of a little something for some of the file folder cutoffs that I have. These cutoffs right here, I think would be perfect bookmark sizes. They are about 7¼ inches long, and this one's a little smaller, between 2 and 2¼ inches wide. So I thought these would make really good bookmarks, and then I thought one of these narrower pieces might make good magnetic bookmarks that you put over the top of your page. So without even needing to cut these down, I want to use up this map paper, or some of it. So seven and a quarter. Let's cut a little bit of this map paper. And as I've said in my previous videos, I'm not embellishing at this point. I'm just getting bases of stuff made so that I can have them ready to go and can embellish them as I'm ready to use them. That will go well in that, almost well in that fold. And I want it to wrap around the back because okay, that isn't a straight fold, so let's do this. I'll embellish them when I go to use them. That way I can add whatever kind of focal points, and some of these I will be using to decorate the little mini journals that I made. All right. And I think I'm just going to use my Aleene's today, since I'm not doing a bunch of embellishing or anything. I'm not in a huge hurry for stuff to dry. All right. Lined up. Start at the back, and I'll go back and trim these. Where's my glue squeegee? Okay. Doggone it, I turned the Aleene's right side up, even though I have a cap for it so it can stay at the ready. And yes, I am very messy with the Aleene's. I tend to for some reason, I tend to, I think I put it too close to the edges is what my problem is. So I'm constantly having to wipe it up. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut this off. Up there. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, these file folder cutoffs I have are from heavy duty file folders, so they're pretty thick. And so any embellishing, any papers that I put on them or embellishing that I do, I'm going to want to be fairly thin. All right. So that'll work. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry for a second. And then I will trim it up. And I'll finish it off as much as I'm going to. Then for this one, I'll go ahead and use a little more matte page. This one I want to do as a magnetic closure, and I've got these little magnets. I actually have, pull it up, magnet sheets. They're Craftopia. I had gotten these, oh gosh, several years ago on Amazon, and they are not super strong magnets, but they work just fine for something like this. I actually tested them before I turned the camera on just to be sure that they would hold. Boy, I got glue everywhere. Use my dry one to dry that off a bit. Okay. So we'll do this one. With the map as well. And now I'm not gluing yet. I've got to put my magnets down before I do any gluing, but I want to get it I want to go ahead and get it lined out so I'll know where I'm going with it. Because I want the magnets to be covered, but I really only want one layer of paper over the magnets so that they'll still have some, I can leave as much of the grabbability of the magnets available as possible. So I think what I will do is I will just glue that edge down, and I am going to use my art glitter glue here. And if I've gotten too far out of frame, I apologize. I'll scoot it back up. Okay. All right. Now, that'll work. So, and these magnets have sticky on the back. And I cut these to 2 inches by 1 1/4. Okay. So now I'm going to stick the 2 magnets together, peel my backing off, and then fold this over to let it get the magnet. That way they'll line up when I'm completely done. Okay. Now, I'm going to put glue all over the bookmark, but I'm not going to put it directly on the magnet. It might not hurt it to have it directly on the magnet, but I don't know that, so I'm not going to. Then I'm going to fold this over, and I just realized I didn't glue the front side, but I don't think that will matter. Use my glue squishy and burnisher. scissors and cut this down. Yeah, I'm going to want to put a little bit at least on the ends of the front. Can't believe I forgot to glue the front panel down. Just squish that out to seal up the ends. I think that'll do just fine. And grab my bone folder and give that a little squish. And they are grabbing. And I think I'm going to grab my, since this is a little thicker, I'm going to grab my corner chomper. And there we go. So now, actually, I don't know if it'll hold through the cardstock or through the file folder. Oh, it actually does. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised. So there you go. So again, a bookmark magnet that I can just set aside, and it is ready to, if it were me, I would probably distress it some and then embellish it on the top sides a bit. But there, your magnets are covered up, so, and you can just stick that over a page in your journal. So now let's go back to this one for a second. And clean up that edge a bit. Clean up that edge a bit. The side edges are okay. And on this one, I'm going to trim all four corners and I am going to go ahead and put a hole in it so that it's ready for a tassel or some sort of, well, some sort of bookmark tassel. And again, very simply, a long bookmark. So those are the, I'm going to be working on more of these, and in my next video, I will show you all the different bookmarks I made. So I hope this gives you some ideas, or and again, embellishments will come later, but they are there. I've got bases ready to go, which will make the whole thing go a lot quicker when I go to embellish to put them in a journal. So Be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.